Her own words at this probable cause hearing, part of the prosecution's case against her. Hannah Payne, 21 years old, accused of exacting vigilante justice, murdering a 62-year-old man named Kenneth Herring after she saw him driving away from the scene of a traffic wreck in Clayton County on May 7th. Payne's voice heard on a 911 recording, according to a detective, screaming at Kenneth Herring just before police say she shot him.
She was trying to act like the police.
And outside the courthouse, Christine Herring, mourning the death of her husband, the grandfather of 3. Christine Herring saying that Payne took the law into her own hands and never bothered to find out what was going on with her husband in that collision.
Because I know he was having a diabetic episode because he don't just run off the scene. I knew he was trying to get to the hospital. I was still trying to figure out why she's trying to actually follow him all the way, block him in, and kill him.
And at the hearing, Clayton County Police Detective Keon Hayward testified that a medic at the scene of the collision told him that Herring was having a diabetic attack.
He was disoriented. He was asking what happened, who hit me, what's going on.
And the detective said Herring suddenly drove away in the midst of his medical emergency. But the detective said Payne followed Herring, called 911, and forced Herring to stop about a mile away. And according to Detective Hayward, Payne got out of her Jeep and walked up to Herring and started yelling at him and hitting him through his open driver's side window. Detective Hayward says you can hear Payne yelling on the 911 recording.
In the background, you can hear, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. Get out of the effing car.
Then on the recording, silence for a moment.
Then she returns to the phone and said, he just shot himself with my gun.
Detective Hayward said a witness is ready to testify that he saw Payne pull her gun and threaten to shoot Herring, who was not armed, just before she shot him. Payne's attorney, Matt Tucker, said Herring assaulted Payne, tore her blouse, possibly wrestled for her gun. She did everything right.
She stayed at the scene. She got on 911. She did everything she felt she needed to make sure that this hit and run was handled properly.
I guess she thinks she's the police.
District Attorney Tracy Lawson.
So she's the aggressor. She can't claim self-defense. And then on top of that, she's using deadly force, Judge. She wasn't faced with deadly force. He has nothing. And then she shoots him.
The judge ordered the case bound over for trial. Next, Hannah Payne will try to get out of jail on bond. That bond hearing is on Friday.